Wait, no, it's too much. That's too much. No.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. Senior developer, co-founder of EHG Mike held his normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 189. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions from the community and gave us 3 or 4 teasers for season 4, and they are looking pretty good around a certain category. Now, I've been saying this over and over again in my videos. I don't know how Mike does it. Every single week, almost every question. This time there was 7 questions just about Path of Exile. Like, why don't you guys just make POE Path of Exile? It's all the time. First question around juicing.
Right. Will we ever get a way to juice our echoes in a similar way to how we can in POE? I think it would really help keeping the monolith engaged and fun. Thank you. Yeah, there's a few things we've tried to do to kind of get that vibe. Thank you very much for the sub there, Cricky. Welcome. Hope you're having fun. I don't think we're interested in like a 1-to-1 transplant of that system over into Last Epoch. Partially just because like that almost never works, and you know we've got to get all of the systems that like our monolith ties into compared to how the maps tie in. There's a lot of unique things that if you just try and copy it 1-to-1, it's not going to work. I don't think that's what you're really asking for here either, but the feeling of being able to stack up a particularly hard and knowingly rewarding encounter is something that we're interested in. How that happens, what that looks like, I don't know. There's the bones.
They for sure want it 1-for-1. Keep the pressure on, Barb. When?
If you guys could do a unique 2-handed sword that acts as a 1-handed sword, but you guys did not have the tech for it at the time, now that you can wield a 2-hander in one hand with Forge Guard, can we please get a unique like this? It's not to Diablo 1 grandfather. Also, Barbarian when? Maybe. It is easier to do now. The way it is set up, it's set up specifically as an attribute of the character class, not an attribute of an item. And you can't have an attribute for an item equip. You can't have an attribute for an item give you the ability to equip that item. That makes any sense? So like the only way to do this, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think the only way that we can do this right now without making new tech for it, is to have a set where one piece is not a weapon, and or is a weapon if you wanted to dual wielding them, but is not going to be going in your main hand slot, and that gives you the property that you can equip a 2-handed weapon in your one-handed. But unfortunately, again, it's very generic again, or maybe it's a specific weapon. But
so you're saying there's a chance.
I guess if we can give, maybe it is possible. Maybe if we can give that property generically, just across the board, it could work. There might be a way to do it. I don't know.
And
I'm gonna go with I didn't think so, but in trying to explain why it wouldn't work, I may have figured out how to make it work. All right, hi. Read Barbarian when? I don't know if we're gonna do Barbarian. If we do Barbarian, I don't know when it would happen.
Roadmap when?
Roadmap when? Hopefully soon. Hopefully very soon.
Very soon.
I think there's just a few little things they're crossing the T's and dotting the I's right now.
New sound options.
But can you give us an option to disable character quips? Yes, the like I'm not a man of many pockets. So there's the mute error voice lines, which is a good chunk of that, I think.
Wait for it.
But yeah, there's like categories of sounds. We can give options to mute them. I know there are some new, there's a couple new things to the settings panel that are coming around sound. I don't know exactly what it is, but it looked different last time I looked at it.
More on juicing POE style.
Hi, Mike. Any chance of there ever being a way to be able to craft affixes onto monos similar to POE2 map crafting? I know the Weaver tree influences monos in a general way. Yeah, this is something I was talking about this. I was touching on this a little bit earlier, and things like this are stuff we've dabbled in a few options for. You are correct in that like the Weaver tree is something that came out of this this exploration of being able to customize the echoes a little bit more and select challenge levels and things like that. We are looking at how like you make meta decisions when moving through the monolith timelines right now, and ways that we can improve that experience. Exactly how that's going to manifest is still like we're still playtesting prototypes and things like that.
But it sounds like there is going to be an update for it. Definitely need this.
Have you guys considered an opacity setting for skills for allies / self similar to Hero Siege to reduce visual clutter? Oh yes, that's been on the dream board. We don't actually have like a dream board, but that's been on a lot of people's wish lists for a very long time. That's something we tried to create a prototype for that way back in the Kickstarter. Actually, did not go well.
Teaser number 1, and Rax is going to be very happy.
I'll answer some questions. Hey, Mike, I like.
When you are looking at this, wait, what is this? Mike's totally real loot filter. He's got some memeing and jokes in the images he's going to show off today. But ultimately, what this teaser is for season 4 is you're now going to be able to add 200 rules to your loot filter. And Mike said before the stream that there's going to be people that are very excited for today's teasers and other people that don't give a crap. And now you know why. It's loot filter teasers. 200 rules coming to the loot filter. The way Mike answers this question, it almost kind of seems like we're getting it. Listen to this.
And he plans to allow Weaver items to be re-rolled, similar to what we can do with idols, so we don't need to store 20 versions of Weaver's Shield trying to get good stats. It's possible. It's very rare that a unique has the opportunity to change once it's become a legendary. There's like 3 situations where that happens, really. I don't think it's impossible. I'm not sure exactly what that would look like. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see some ideas and options for that. I will get a 2 OP Bone Climber at some point.
There you have it. Teaser number 2.
All right, here's another little tease on some of these are a little harder to decipher exactly what's going on and what's changed, what's new. But there are some new options here.
So I'm pretty sure the joke here, Mike, every time he streams, someone will bring up lizard tails and he'll always be like, what are you talking about? Those aren't real. He actually ends up making that same joke in a few minutes. But ultimately what they are showing here is conditional rules. So show T7s with at least 20 forging potential, or show a rare amulet with 11 affixes. Basically showing you're going to be able to add conditions to your loot filter. Teaser 3.
You can see we are working on loot filter stuff. Here, I'll give you a little. Here's the last teaser for today. Oh, I've got, I guess, one more image, but.
Look at that. You can now turn all rings into red rings. Okay, obviously that is the joke on this picture. Again, just showing off some different things you could do with the loot filter. Rare helmet with int. Show any item with at least 3 LP or 20 Weaver's Will. Show a rare offhand catalyst with at least 10 affixes. You can actually specify the number of affixes and the rarity on the rule. Very advanced loot filter. All right, everybody. Unfortunately, we've come to the final question for Dev Chat 189 around new crafting material coming for Season 4. And directly under me is the entire new loot filter with 200 rules. they just chopped it up for the Friday dev stream. Mike, as always, thank you for the Friday dev streams. The community truly appreciates it. Don't ever change. Please like, share, and subscribe if you think I have earned it. Don't forget to check out actionrpg.com, my newly launched website. We got tips and tricks, leveling guides, build guides, hiring more writers, for getting an API online, event calendar, news. It's going to be pretty cool when it's done. We even have a music player coming online shortly. actionrpg.com. Don't forget to join the Discord, over 5,700 members. We do movie nights. We did game night last night. We do merch giveaways, game giveaways, just for being a member of the community. Make sure you join the Discord. I'm done. Mike, take it away.
All right. Any new runes or glyphs planned for next patch? Not that I know of. That doesn't mean there won't be any. There's none that are in yet. That's about all I can say. The sound for those? It cuts through. I love it. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pushing Emperor corpses around? Yeah. It's an issue. Is EHG Mike plushie merch coming this year? I would love a plushie version of myself. That would be incredible.